Hello guys, today we're going to talk about One Day at Horrorland Part 2. Now, this episode aired on November 1st, 1997. It has a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb with 100-ish user votes. And if you want to know about who starred and directed it, I suggest watching Part 1. So, in terms of being based on the book, so first off, I will be first that even though in the previous video I said that even though at first when I watched the two-parter I did not care for Part 2, that when I rewatched it I kind of eased off that. I thought it was better than I previously remembered. But I will say this, the reveal in Part 2 is much different than the book. In the book, even though it was still kind of, you know, weird, it still felt kind of scary and kind of intense and kind of frightening to see how, like, the parents' kind of the attitudes change. And rewatching this, I see that more in Part 2. It's just the problem with Part 2 is that they kind of try to camp it up with the soundtrack and everything. And granted, they get a couple good jokes. They get some good jokes. It's actually one of the campy Goosebumps episodes that is actually, in my opinion, funny. But the problem with it lies in the fact that it's kind of that in the book they still maintain a level of intensity when they did the reveal. They were still there, but in this I don't feel it as much. I don't really feel it until they try to escape. That's when it comes back. So it's just that section of that episode where it just kind of, it's good, but I think it could have been better. I think they toned it down because they wanted to maintain the rating, which I don't blame them, because it takes, I give them credit for getting away with that head thing in Part 1, early in Part 1. So I give them credit for that. So I let them slide on that, and yeah, it's okay. It ends alright. I like, overall, in terms of being based on the book, I think it's alright, but I definitely think it could have been, I wish they could have gone further. I really wish they could. But it's alright. It's more than alright. It's pretty solid. I think it's definitely a watch. Mostly I think it's because of the acting. Some of the humor's good too. Part 1 even had a little bit of dark humor, which I enjoyed too. I like the parents interacting with the world. I like the kids interacting. I like the interactions is very good. And I like, yeah, overall it's, cinematography's good. The score is good. Even when it gets campy, it fits it. It fits the mood, so I won't go that far, even though I didn't, yeah. But, and, story in terms of adaptation, like I said, I wish it could have gone further, but overall, it's a solid adaptation, really. And yeah, it's pretty solid. I recommend checking the two-parter out. Is it the best two-parter of Goosebumps? No, it's not. That's not the worst. The worst ones we'll get to pretty soon. But I wouldn't mind seeing this done a touch differently. It's just the intensity. Now, the first episode was super intense. Part 2, it kind of tones down the intensity, but it's still there. It's just that one section where they kind of give it a break, and I guess I don't blame them for giving it a break, but they could have kept it going. I mean, fucking Haunted Masks, Night in Terror Tower, fucking Stay Out of the Basement, they maintained that intensity throughout the two-parter, and it worked very well. And other ones I didn't mention too. Even some 20-minute ones maintained it easily. But this one, I don't know why they felt like in this one they needed to give it a break. I think a lot of it just has the head thing, but alright. I'm going too far into it. Overall, watch the two-parter for yourself. Part 2 is as good as Part 1. It's good, but I think if it was equal to Part 1, this would have been very, very good. Up there with the other ones, but it wasn't. But overall, solid two-parter. Check it out. See how you feel about it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.